drop, bass drop. Out, 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 out. You got $100 bill.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Fat Man Scoop. People know me as the undisputed voice of the club, the two-time Grammy Award winner. I am basically the guy that you hear in every arena, every music venue, every sports event, every and any place that you could think of. If there is a club or a place that people gather on a Thursday to a Sunday around the world, you're gonna hear my voice at least once. Think of me as the guy that if you hear somebody yelling over a song, it's only one of two people, myself or Little John. I wanna talk to you about my experience with the Kleyman Law Group and why I picked Val. So I wind up looking in the middle of the night and I type in divorce lawyer in New York City. First name that comes up is Val Kleyman. I look at the guy and I'm like, all right, cool, let me take a shot at it. I call Val and immediately a bunch of things struck me about Val. The first thing was the fact that you could tell that he cared in just the initial conversation. And that was very key to me because everything is not about money, it's about relationships. Now, the man didn't know me from a can of paint, but the way that he approached that conversation made me say, I need to come in and see this guy. Fast forward a week, I come in and I see Val. The thing that made me want to sign the retainer papers by the time I left was one thing. I had so many lawyers in my ear saying, don't worry about it. I got this. This is this. This is that. This is X, Y, and Z. Val did something that no other lawyer had done before I met him. He told me the truth. He did not come to me and say, oh, I got this. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna get you out of this clean, or whatever the case may be. He told me exactly what I was looking at, exactly what my rights were, and he said, listen, you don't have to be afraid because this, and this. This is scenario A, this is scenario B, and this is scenario C, and this is what can happen. No one had ever come to me and tell me the truth. They always tried to sensationalize and make themselves look so big. Here's a man that came and told me the truth. I can deal with that from a place of reality. So that was the first thing that made me choose Val Kleyman. You know, Val handled the case, number one, as a consummate professional. Number two, he did something for me that people may look at and they may not understand, and I'm gonna explain it like this. In my particular case, I was actually afraid to get a divorce. Val actually pushed me to get the divorce. He was on my back every second of the way. He made it so that I had no choice. He actually understood my personal situation. He understood the fears, the concerns, the nervousness, what was going on in my head. And not only did he take that information, he actually worked with that information and got me to a place to do what I was supposed to do. A lot of lawyers would have just said, you know something? This is a cash cow right here. I can just continue to bill and continue to bill and continue to bill and continue to bill. He acted with honesty and integrity, and that's not something that you see every single day, all right? You can't put a price tag on that because at the end of the day, A legal firm is a business. But what that man showed me was heart and compassion and understanding. In my personal opinion, this is probably the best law firm to be at. I've never seen a guy that actually loves his work this much. To actually love it this much and actually be that dialed in and that tuned in is a blessing. And you want somebody like that on your team. Matter of fact, you have to have somebody like that on your team. Also, for me, he dealt with me and my own personal circumstances in terms of time. I go around the world performing. I could wake up in Tokyo and go to sleep in Ireland. I could wake up in South Africa and go to sleep in Australia. That is my life. This man fielded calls at 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, ran me down, tracked me down, make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Again, you can't put a price tag on someone who cares. You can put a price tag on something that is a business. But when you have somebody that is doing business but genuinely cares about his clients, that is unmatched. When it comes to divorce, I would gladly put my life in the hands of Val Kleyman because he's that good at what he does.